Recording. All right, you got it?
Got it. I
Good.
got
All
it.
right. All right. All right. Well, good morning. Good morning. Um, I know it's Super Bowl weekend, but not everybody watches Super Bowl. So let we just continue right on. Don't say, well, we don't work this weekend because we do have a lot of people and we want to finish up our people. This is what we're on the home run for people for 3 stars, people moving up to 3 stars, 3 star pro, and 4 star. This is when the winners make it happen. You make the extra sprint at the finish line. Everybody with me? So cycles, or you're getting your first people, you're closing the 2 people. We have a lot of things going on. We have onboarding in the morning. Thank you. Ashley does an amazing job. That will be 9 o'clock Central. That's 10 o'clock Eastern, etc. And then we have 3 events in the afternoon for guests. But I'm here all weekend to help you. You need people to close them. Let's do it. Are we all in? We're all going for it. We got to
Yes.
finish the race because you'll feel so great Sunday night when you finish this. Okay. Janelle, I know you've been had amazing things going on. You want to crow?
Yeah, so I want to introduce a new brand ambassador. But just before I do that, I just want to say real quick. So we got 70 leads yesterday, um,
Woo!
and I'm on my way right now again. And it was awesome. We had so much fun. Sherry and Dorothea were there, and we were just laughing the whole time. It was just so much fun. And these are leaders. And so some of them were kind of a tough crowd. Like they asked me a lot of questions. I felt like I was, being interrogated, but that's okay. They wanted to know a lot of stuff. And so I'm excited about that. And Sherry got a lot of good leads, Dorothea. Um, and then I want to introduce Naomi. Naomi's on. I saw her. She's a brand new ambassador. I'm so excited about her. She's bilingual. She lives, I think, right by Mexico, by Harlingen.
Oh,
Um,
good.
so, Naomi, are you on where you can
Okay.
introduce yourself and tell us a little bit about yourself?
Good morning, everyone.
Good morning, Naomi. Nice to meet you.
Great to see you again. Thank
Yes.
you. So I live in the Rio Grande Valley, which is deep South Texas, as Janelle was saying. I don't actually live in Harlingen. I work in
Oh, sorry.
Harlingen. It's okay, but I live in Edinburgh. So there's about, it's a 4 county area, so it's pretty large. Thank you all for the welcome. I appreciate that. Uh, I'm not real sure what else you'd like me to say, Janelle, or
Well, well, I know that you are excited about the GLP, and you said you want to try it, and if you like it, you might get going with sharing. And so we're just excited because, Christine, will you explain to her about the Hispanic population and how it's the fastest growing?
Oh, yes. And I think George, where's George? George really knows about that too.
Good morning.
George, yeah, tell him about the Hispanic community. It's the fastest growing in the networking industry. You're Hispanic, so tell her the statistics on the Hispanic community.
Yeah, well, it's the fastest growing community in network marketing, for example, when they were talking about what's the fastest group growing in network marketing, women Spanish. That was the first one. Also, in the small business in the US right now, the fastest growing also in the last 5 years have been the Spanish groups, the small businesses. And that's good to keep in mind. And now the first generation Spanish, in other words, kids that grew up here, is also the fastest growing group of entrepreneurs in the US. And the good thing that they are bilingual because they are first generation. In case you say, well, I have to speak Spanish. No, you don't.
Uh-huh.
Even the Secretary of State is Spanish, and you see he speaks English. Rubio, Marcos Rubio, he speaks English very well.
Right,
yes,
He's
right,
an
right,
example. He's
right.
an example of his first generation Spanish. I don't know, all you know. I mean, first generation born
Yes.
here, but Spanish. And that's why that's a very fast growing group on business in general. And just keep in mind that because that's a very fast. In general, by the way, and Christina and I talk about that. The biggest, in general, the biggest groups growing millionaires and billionaires still are immigrants or son of immigrants or daughters of immigrants, first generation in the U.S.
Mhm.
As a matter of fact, when you see the Forbes magazine, the new billionaires, you see a lot of people that were not born in the U.S. or they are first generation.
Thank
Yes,
you for
yes,
sharing. That's great.
It's about
yes.
40%. I think it's 40%. Yeah.
Wow. I think we did have that list. Where did I got to figure out where that list was. But I remember we were seeing it about, we talked about that for a while. I'll have to go through my training about the millionaires and the billionaires
Mhm.
that were the first and second generations of
Or, or
millionaires and
first generation.
billionaires in America from
Yeah,
all over
for
the world.
some people forgot, but all the founders of Google are or born outside or they are first generation. Steve Jobs was first generation because his father was from Syria. Most people don't know that. I mean, they are a lot of people that always been the case, by the way. The U.S. has been famous always for that, for the amount of immigrants or first generation, second generation immigrants.
Absolutely. And I think that's the deal. I think sometimes our people could be lazy that have been around here for generations, but the immigrants are so grateful. They come to America, they want the opportunity, and they're excited and they're really willing to work. So I tell you, you really need to get in that. The immigrants, they are amazing. And I know Elizabeth is working with her Africans, Americans and Africans because they're immigrants and they're very, very special. And well, since we're kind of getting off that, but Naomi, we just want to congratulate you. And I know you'll be a leader down there. We need you. Okay. And then, so run, 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 run. Because if you don't show this to some people, other people will show it first. I want everybody to see this. If you're not showing this, posting it, someone else is going to do it, and they're going to they get your prospect. I saw this the other night. Someone I enrolled somebody because I'd been posting 3 weeks ago, signed her up, and then somebody came circled around and said, "Oh, by the way," and tried to invite her to one of my other events, but she says, "Oh, I'm already signed up." See, you just don't know. And then that person had someone that she was talking to, and so you just can't waste 1 minute.
Yeah.
Absolutely great. Okay.
Naomi is a leader. She was a director in the previous platform.
Oh, good, good, good. Well, then we know you can do this, Naomi. Okay,
Yes.
let's
Well,
take those
thank
skills
you.
and run.
Thank
Okay?
you.
You're welcome. You're welcome.
Welcome.
Okay. And yeah, that was very good. And uh Janelle, I know you had 70 leads yesterday with all your great people. That was a great place. Remember, I told you, I said, you always want to go to places where you even have a lot of people around. You have leaders, you have influencers. And when you have pastors and leaders, boy, what does that tell you? You can find 10 great leaders in a group like that. Wow, look out there are influence. They can bring in a lot of people. It's easier to do business of finding leaders and people with influence rather than just one little customer at a time. Of course, we love them and we never know who they are, of course, but wouldn't it be smart to kind of focus on leaders uh, and influencers that can triple your income because one great leader will bring over 1,000 people in.
And
So,
Christine, and I forgot to mention Brenda. I apologize. She's
oh
the
yeah,
one that got us this. So sorry about that.
no, and we all knew that from yesterday. We love Brenda. Yeah, Brenda was the one that is a pastor and is and she gets the most done. That's what you look for, go-getters. What's the a trait of a go-getter? They get the most done. They're the busiest people. So when you say you think somebody's really busy, oh, they don't have time, they are the ones that will always squeeze it in and make it happen and no other things. They're just go-getters rather than somebody that just trading time for money, just following the system, and they don't have much ambition. I'm not, there's no judgment here, but really, you really want to get racehorses. You want to get people that are go-getters, people that get
I'm
the most
sorry,
done.
some kind of where I
So,
hit the mute button.
that's what you want to do. So, okay, good job and good hunting. You know, you're hunting today, and you're a big game hunter. You're a big game hunter there in Texas, and go find those fabulous leaders. Okay. Oh, and we also made a sign. I don't know if you can show that sign or not. Uh, I made a sign for Janelle and them to put up there with the GLP, and it was really, really great. I don't know if I can find it. Just a minute, just a minute. Where is it? It's so great. Just a minute. I don't know if you'll be able to see it. I know Janelle can't show it in her. All right, hang on. I
Yeah, I'm
loved it.
driving. I don't want to die.
Yeah. Okay, here we go. I don't know if everybody can see this. You see this with the big drop? Can everybody see it? It's we made a
Maybe I can
banner.
send it. Did you make it at FedEx or?
No, I made it from the place that we had made it before in uh,
Christine, they were booked. They were booked. They couldn't make that sign. I had to find a sign in my area, and they made it. It's called Fast Signs, and they make it in 24 hours.
yes, and I just am having two others made, one for Boston that will be there. I'm having it shipped out, and then also Brooke, I'm making one because she's going to
Yeah.
an expo in Atlanta, so we're going to have one made there so people can share that. Lynn,
Yeah.
all of you can share that.
We need one in
Yeah.
Dallas.
So, yeah. So, all right. Why don't you tell me, give me the
Okay,
address
because
and let me
tomorrow
order
I'm doing
another
a
one.
Chinese
Do
Chinese
another
New
one, but
Year
it's
event.
really
I'll call
great.
you.
It's really great. You see, it's the drop and it shows it's very professional. It's really great. And would you say, Janelle, that you had a lot of people coming because of that sign?
Oh, yes, absolutely. Yes, yes, yes,
Yeah.
yes, yes.
It's very professional, very professional.
Mm.
It says NBC 267 the drop, and then it's got the big dropper, and people go, wow. And also here's a clue when you're doing events, Janelle is really smart. She told Brenda, now when you get there, you find the best place in the setting. Go by where they have food or by the bathrooms. Ah, yes. Everybody goes to the bathrooms or they go to get food. So you want to position your table at those places rather than just being all around the area. Everybody got that? Everybody's going to go there. Okay, Kimberly. Kimberly?
Hi. Yes, yes. Well, I need one in Chicago because I'm doing a big event on Saturday at a bundle something. I don't know. It's an exercise place, but one of those signs is so great. I have to get one.
Yes,
And I
yes.
want to introduce a new team member for Nancy and for her daughter, Madison. And this is Dina. And Dina, could you share a little bit like where you are from
Hi.
and a little bit about yourself?
Hi,
Hi.
Dina. Welcome.
Nice to see most of you again and see most of you for the first time too. Um, I am originally from the Philadelphia area. I am a re-transplant back to Florida. Came back to teach. Nancy, daughter Madison is my friend, so she introduced me to Three International. I'm still waiting for my product that I ordered. So I have to figure out where that is. But I have a background in health and physical education, being a teacher. So this kind of like was up my alley. I have a lot of
Stop
friends
it.
and family in the fitness industry, from,
Stop it.
CrossFitters
Stop it.
to meal
You
prep
went
company
outside, you
owners
potty. What
to
do you
salon
want?
owners. So, I don't know. I'm just excited to be part of it and learn the science behind it. And I really need to learn the science behind the project, behind the products, because people will believe the science rather than just generic statements like, oh, it's organic and stuff like that, which it totally is. And which that's what sold me. But I really need to study the science behind everything because that's what makes people believe in the product.
Okay. All right. Very good, Dina. Welcome, welcome. But now
Thank
here I'm
you.
going to give you a little advice if you want to build a big business. You don't have to be an expert in science. Okay? What you have to do, I'm not, but I use the tools, Dina. We use the tools. We have Dr. Dan that has videos. And when someone asks you a question, you say, let me show you the tools. And why do we do this? Because it makes you look, uh, uh, makes your job look easy. Otherwise, when you're trying to enroll people, people will think, oh, I have to learn as much as Dina. She's an expert. I can never do what Dina does. Remember, it's all perception. So use the tools. That is a problem that we have with doctors, scientists, even when they join us, is that they're such experts, and George can tell you that for sure, that they start to build a business and doctors will enroll people and different places. But people say, oh, I couldn't do what you're doing because you're so smart. You know all this. I don't. No, I don't either. But I use the tools. All you do is go into your app, Dina, which will show you how to do that. Okay. So it'll make it easier. You'll still look smart and you will send that video to them of Dr. Dan explaining everything. We have many, many videos. We have all the science. So you can make your job look easier so that you will enroll more people. Does that make sense? So that is a typical feeling, what you're feeling. I have to learn everything, and that's from your teaching background.
Well, the clientele that I'm going to be targeting, they kind of ask questions like, exactly explain the cellular technology absorption and how it works. Like these are the people that I'm submerged around. So
Okay,
I
okay. Well,
kind of need to learn
just
that
remember,
kind of stuff.
sweetheart. Yeah,
Or the
just
general
remember.
version of it.
Okay, you got to make your job look easy. That's what I'm saying. Okay?
Oh yeah,
That's
I get
good.
that.
Yeah. Okay, good,
Yeah.
good, good. But that was a good lesson because many of us um, feel the same way. We want to learn everything before we start to venture out because we want to make sure we have the right information. So use the tools. All the rest of you use the tools in the back office. And I know you're going to be amazing, Dina. Welcome, welcome, welcome. You can become our expert.
Lost
Okay?
myself. Thank you. Yeah, thank you so much.
You're welcome. Okay. Irene, and then Elizabeth, and then we're
Okay.
going to have George start talking here.
Okay,
Yes.
really quickly, I just want to recognize Lorna. She signed up a new team member from the other pink platform. So I'm
Oh,
so proud of her. You already talked with her like I think it was maybe almost a year ago, Christine, and she finally caught on because of the GLP. She's enrolling two more today. And then
whoa.
Lorraine will be signing up after she reviews all the different packages.
Awesome. Awesome. I love meeting Lorraine last night.
Yeah.
She works for the government. She's just great. Boy, that Northwest is coming alive.
Yep, we are coming along.
Yes, 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 yes. Congratulations to Lorna and you and all your team. Okay, Elizabeth.
Hi. I just wanted to say that I had yesterday morning I was talking to one of my uh, BAs who had been in, she'd come in and not quite done certain things um and I was just relating to the brand new BA. She is a real estate, she's still a realtor. She sells houses and really um she's really successful at it, but definitely sees the opportunity with three. And she was telling me how she didn't want to, she needed to understand a lot to explain to the people that, at her office because they're not, people want, have questions. And one of the things that I felt, because we've been talking, it slowed her down, is wanting to have all those answers for them. And I had learned also, and this really worked out, even just yesterday, she already had two guests. And I said, there's no need to say, because, using the tools that you talked about, there's no need to want to know everything. But then when we talked about it, she understood, and that's how she had the guest already who's ready to listen. And the key is not that you don't have the knowledge, but it's to say, I am just new, which is true. And I trust that this is great because I'm so excited about it. Why don't we listen together and then we can have a discussion?
Great.
Okay,
That's great.
because what happens is if we're waiting to know, I mean, I definitely wouldn't be here because, the fourth 6 months, I was already a, what do you call it, 3-star, and we already had probably over 200 people, but I was still understanding the business. You remember, I didn't even know, that you can earn all the lines down, you know? So what I am saying, I didn't understand. I was like, oh my gosh, do you mean we get that? It just didn't register. So I'm just wanting to encourage us is and I know sometimes, especially when you're professional, like, most of us know what we do, and how to make money. And you're like, oh, I don't, but in this case, it actually makes it more appealing. And I just sent a little text to my people to use for our call at noon at 7 today. And it just says the same as, oh, I'm just listening to this. I know how much you value your health and wellness. And I was thinking about you. It's phenomenal information. Would you hop in and listen with me and then we can have a discussion about it?
Great. That is wonderful, wonderful. And you have a great team. And I was talking about you earlier, the immigrants and getting to three-star pro this weekend. Elizabeth, you go. And it's true. Elizabeth didn't even really know what she was doing. She came in, she had no information. Now she's got 200 or 300 people underneath her
Oh, no,
because
we
you
have
make,
almost 600 now.
oh my God, I can't
Yeah.
see, I can't
I'm
even
not
keep
keeping
up.
count of who's coming in because I need to get it pro.
Yes.
When I looked
Now,
yesterday, we are past because we have 300 on one side just, and then on the other side. So yeah, we're over 500 for sure.
yeah.
Definitely almost
Now,
600.
Now, see, that's what I was talking about earlier. You want to find a go-getter, someone that comes in because one good business builder, what did I say, will bring in over 1,000 people? And then Elizabeth is building two legs, just two legs, one on the right, one on the left, teaching the power of the two, getting them to three-star, moving them up to three-star pro. That's all you do. You're encouraging people, and they get to a lot more people than just one customer at a time. Imagine 1,000 people, and then they know one. Now you have 2,000, and those people all know one person. Now you have 3,000. The numbers multiply. It's called quantum leap. And I know George will really he understands the power of numbers and how it really excels. So, okay, everybody, we're gonna have George talk now. Our fearless leader. He's so fantastic and he knows so much. And we were talking about LinkedIn yesterday. And I'm gonna have George take it over.
Okay.
George.
Thank you very much. And I would like to just mention some of the things that we covered this morning. I'm super excited. I just have my little thing. Little bottle. I can't believe that we get so excited about this little bottle. It's so small. Anyway, and it's because of the results. But anyway, a few things. First of all, we were talking about immigrants, and I want to show you something very cool. By the way, one in about almost 6 people in the U.S. are Spanish. However, this is very interesting. These are the statistics. Let me see if I can get it here. Okay, 1 in 4 people are entrepreneurs, even the 1 in 6 are a population. 1 in 4 are entrepreneurs in the US, and they are growing by 7.7%, outpacing the national rate of 2.3%.
Wow.
Think about that. This is very powerful because most people don't know that. But these are the numbers. Again, the growth is outpacing by 2.3% the growth business. As a matter of fact, it's been saying, I can find the statistic where it was saying that in 10 years, business that were started by Spanish, and this is not only Spanish that are born outside. I'm talking even the one that first, second, and third generation is going to be 1 in 2. The way that's growing are going to be owned by Spanish-speaking people, and they're talking about business in general. Small business, if we focus only on the small business, it is growing even faster because that's where the big business started. By the way, Microsoft and Apple. One time, they were small businesses too. Imagine on Google, all those there were small businesses. But this is very important to see because most people don't see it. Most people have ideas in their mind that are not true, no stereotypes, etc., that are not true at all. The numbers say there's a famous say, numbers never lie.
Mhm.
Now,
Mhm.
liars cannot. But let me add an example. Figures never lie. Liars cannot figure. But anyway, that's a famous say. A friend of mine, Burke Hayes, by the way, he's Spanish. He wrote the book "Who Stole the American Dreams," the most popular probably book in network marketing in the 90s. If you can find it, make sure it's called "Who Stole the American Dream." Burke Hayes. He's actually from Cuba, even with his name, but his great grandfather was from England. Family that moved to Cuba, Burke Hayes. I'm probably going to have him in one call because we are very good friends. But anyway, okay, let me take this off. The second part, Uh, when we, one of the challenges is when we learn a lot, sometimes you sponsor less. Let me tell you why. Because we think that we have to tell everything that we learn to somebody else. That's not good. We can't sound like an expert. Let's Dr. Dan and the different health professionals and videos. In other words, like Christine was saying, and don't be a fool, use the tools. The tools are so important because the more we want to know, the less people you're going to sponsor. You may sell a lot of products, but you're not. But many people are going to say, "There's no way that I can learn what you know," and they don't build. How do I know that? Because when I started my first nutritional company, I wanted to learn everything, even the pronunciation of the ingredients. It was in a company that was based in amino acid, and I bought the book, The Amino Revolution, and I learned everything that I could. And I was a machine talking about ingredients, etc. But I was not sponsoring people. I was selling products, but not sponsoring people. It's very important to use the tools. Don't be, you don't have to know a lot about the products. It's like, but for example, when you recommend a movie and people come to the movie excited, do you have to know how the movie is produced, the production, how many people are involved? No, you are excited about the result of the movie. You have to see it's amazing. And you don't tell the person how the movie ends because that damages the whole thing. You are just excited talking about what happened with the movie, that how it make you feel. It was excited. You had to see it. It was incredible. He has a final an ending that's amazing. Or was so funny. Or was so scary. You like scary movies. That's scary. You have to see it. But you don't explain anything. That's the same thing with our business. You are talking about the benefits, the side benefits. Why GLP-3 is so powerful. You don't have to inject yourself. Wow, you put it in your mouth. You lose weight. You feel more energy. My friend Jessica doesn't have hot flashes anymore. That's amazing. Just try. You have to try. It's a little bottle, and it's so easy to use. Open your mouth, put in the thing there, close your mouth, wait 30 minutes. Of course, you have to swallow it. Wait 30 minutes, and that's it. And just talk about the benefit. This is exciting. Saying about the business. You can work from home. This is amazing. You can work everywhere. You can. My channel on YouTube is called the Nomad CEO. Why is Nomad? You can be in the beach with as long as there is access to the internet or to a phone. You can build a whole business. Your app has all the answers. Oh, I want to know about the ingredients. Okay, hold on a second. Let me send you something. That you send a link with all the facts about X product, and guess what? The person is gonna go through the information. Wow, that's great. And then, oh, you want more? Here's Dr. Dan. Oh, you have the information there. You don't have to learn everything. I cannot pronounce the ingredients. If I had to talk about ingredients, I would be in trouble. But I talk about the benefits, the excitement. As a matter of fact, and something else that Christine said at the beginning about knowing people, doctors, etc. Doctors are great and they're excited to talk to but they don't build the business. There are sections, but the best is go to every or the list of the top 1,000 networkers. There is a place where you find to see how many doctors you find in that list. Not many. Really, really few. As a matter of fact, when you talk about the top people in 3, most of them not doctors, not nutritional people, nothing involved with health before. But there are people that have a dream, and they're connecting that dream to other people. Again, we don't have to have professionals. I've seen so many people that get in a nutritional company, and they say, I have to get my I don't know, my degree in nutrition. No, you don't have to know any of that. You have the tools. You are bringing the news. And that's it. But anyway, that's something else. We're talking about LinkedIn. LinkedIn is a great way to promote. Let me see if I hope this didn't erase because I was. Okay, let me show you. Jessica, who lives in Kansas City, she sponsored probably I would say about 38 or 40 people through LinkedIn. Maria, by the way, that's here. She's another person that sponsored a lot of people through LinkedIn. As a matter of fact, let me share I just saw this one. This came this morning. And I don't think it is. Okay, here's LinkedIn. And you see, this is Jessica Mother, the one that sponsors so many people. And she's in LinkedIn and she's talking about the results of this person, of the products. Look at this. By the way, you don't need as many hashtags, but she loves hashtags. But she posts just a result of Susan. And LinkedIn. People say, what the heck? That's LinkedIn. That's not Facebook. That's not Instagram. You can do that.
And people are more
Because guess,
serious. It's
yes,
more professional.
that's right. That's
Hmm.
right. That's right. They're not wishy-washy people.
No,
These are people
they're
that,
looking for businesses. They're looking to start something
what
for
is
the
your
most part.
experience,
Yeah.
Maria, now that you're there? And what is your experience with LinkedIn? Uh,
Well, most of my team has come from LinkedIn, and it's just, but it's also building that connection and yeah, and you know, and exactly that. There, it's more professional. Most of the time you're not going to find weirdos, and that's what I like. And so my advice is if you're not on LinkedIn, you need to get on LinkedIn,
yes.
and also don't just depend on LinkedIn, continue. I think that the best way is belly to belly. I think Christine is right, but don't close out on something like LinkedIn because it can be big. And it's just professional and just show it like a professional business. That's what people are looking for.
Correct.
Maria, what do you say when you reach out? I know you have a script or
I
something.
do. I do.
Or
I have a
Go ahead.
script, but so my search, right? So first of all, my profile was changed. It wasn't as professional. My husband helped me with this. He's a businessman, and he said your profile looks terrible. It looks too much of like you guys, if those of you that don't know, I am a fitness trainer. I've been a trainer for 25 years, to a lot of very, very wealthy people. Christine used to be my trainer, my trainer. I was her trainer, but now she's my trainer. Um, and uh, and I had that kind of clientele, and so it's interesting because I always thought I was professional. My husband said, "No, no, no, this is a different platform. We need to polish up your profile and make it a little bit more professional." And we did together. Him and I worked together on it, and it worked. Because he said, if you notice, you reach out to people, they're not interested because it's not as professional. So we need to make it a little nicer. The wording needed to change a little bit. My pictures needed to be a little bit more professional, a little bit more focused on the fitness and nutrition. And then I started searching for people. And it was, a combination of everything wellness, and even people that are in finance, because it could be anyone really, right? It doesn't have to be just the nurse or the doctor or the person in fitness, but people that were aligned more or less that did enjoy, wellness. And let's be real, everybody out there wants to be healthy. It's the truth, right? And we're business minded because at the end of the day, what we're trying to do here is build a big business, right? We're not just trying to get customers, so you always have to have that in the back of your mind. And so just looking and then inviting them to be my friend, and then when they accept it, that is my moment, my invitation to send them a message, a nice message. Hey, I'd love to connect with you. And just keep it very simple, very friendly, not going into this huge long,
Mm-mm.
because I've seen that happen. Keep it simple, keep it professional, and then see the outcome. Not everybody's going to respond. Numbers are what matter. So every day I reach out to about 15 to 20 people on LinkedIn. Yeah. Because I have kids, I have little kids, and they're very active. So I have days where I know that I only reached out to five. I only got to five. But that's only LinkedIn. I'm reaching out to people elsewhere. Don't think I'm just focused on LinkedIn, guys. But yes, it could be great. And then out of 15 to 20, I'll usually get on a daily basis about three or four responses saying, yeah, I'd love to hop on a Zoom with you and get to know you. And then that's where the magic starts. And
Yeah.
and then I connect with them and we do what I call an intro. And I do a little intro, like meet and greet, and we take it from there. And then more than half of my team has come from LinkedIn, like I said, by
Yes.
following that.
That's so cool. It's a great tool. And then, like she said, and like Christine said, and like I said before, remember the be everywhere.
Mm-hmm.
Be everywhere. The more areas you are, the more people you're going to reach, and you don't have to be an expert or anything. You just can.
Yep.
In this case, Jessica is not even posting her experience; is posting somebody else's experience. That's so cool. And yeah, LinkedIn is a powerful tool. But for example, let's suppose that you go to LinkedIn. I don't want to get out of this page. It's why I open another one, and you click in my network. Okay, and you want to connect people, there is a place that say cash up. Now, if you are not in LinkedIn, maybe you are not going to have too many cash ups. But this is an excuse. When you click here, it's an excuse to connect with people. They say, oh, I miss Jenix. Holy cow. And by the way, and I know her because she's one of my contacts. And they say I call Michael Bertoni. I'm going to be connecting them. But anyway, hey, congratulations. By the way, do you remember when we were in together, because she was part of my team? She was one of my leaders, by the way. She was super sponsoring. Wow. By the way, don't call her. She's my friend. And she lives only an hour from here. Let me write down her name before I forget to call her.
Well, I
Okay.
was going to say that too. I was going to actually say that if I look at a person, right, and I see that like George is their friend, or I see this a lot, Dr. Sable, then I won't because guys, there's so many people on LinkedIn. So many
Well,
people.
the reason I say that is because one the post that I posted when I was at a convention, somebody commented there, I want to know more, and somebody else approached the person because they saw that, and even that was commenting in my post. That's not very very professional.
Ethical. Hmm.
And I'm glad, by the way, the person responded to that person. Oh, already I'm trying to connect with George. And he was upset that she approached him in Facebook, even though it's my friend asking me. That's very unethical. Think about
Hmm.
that. But anyway, but the cool thing here, you have an excuse to connect the person. Well, congratulations, congratulations, congratulations. And there are many. Congratulations on your first anniversary. You see, you have a bunch of people that I have an excuse, birthdays and everything, in LinkedIn. Look at how many. It can, and this is this can keep you busy forever. Well, not forever, but maybe. And then when you see the first thing, say happy birthday or belated birthday. No, don't start. Hey, how I done? Hey, I'm so excited. Do you want to join my company? Gee, happy birthday. Start the conversation first. And by the way, you see, it's interesting. A real estate broker. I mean, the profession. Some of them are in the company I was before. But look at that. That's so cool. Now, you have to be in LinkedIn to have this. If you are not in LinkedIn and you're operating an account, don't expect that that's going to happen today. Oh, I have 100 people to connect. That's not going to happen. But it's why it's nice to be in LinkedIn. And what do you put in your profile? Now, you don't have Maria's husband next to you, but there is a way to do it. Very simple. You go to my friend. Let's call Chad. My friend Chad. Hey, Chad. Now, my friend already know me. And I can ask, for example,
Okay.
good morning, how are you? This is George. Well, yes, I am with a team, and I want to teach them how to do the profile in LinkedIn. Now, you know me. If I want a very short, specific profile about me in LinkedIn, do you want to give me a suggestion? Oh, that sounds cool. Thank you very much. This week I have simply fast, boss. I didn't even have to know Maria's husband. And now, if you say, but ChatGPT doesn't know me, just put everything about you. If you have a page that talks about who you are, etc., it could be 100 pages, and it's going to give you a very short thing. And then it write it down. You see, it was not only responded, but it's write it down. That's it. That's the cool thing. Uh, and now, and then what script to say in LinkedIn? Well, it's very simple. It's basically the same that you do in other platforms. It's just that it's more business oriented. Unless, like Jessica, suddenly respond, gee, I'm in GLP-1, I want to start using something else. And then, of course, you say, oh, the problem is, by the way, I know you're on LinkedIn, you have a lot of contacts. I would love to partner with you. Remember the word partners that I used yesterday? Let's partner because this is going to be a multi-million-dollar business. Maybe I know you do something else, etc. But just by sharing that experience, I mean, we can create a business all over the place. We're right now of this product only in the U.S. and Canada, but we are in other 12 countries that we soon are going to have this product available everywhere. Can you imagine the potential? I always ask, can you imagine? What do you think? Etc. And when they respond, from that point on, your conversation, you always write less than he or she write. Because sometimes we start writing a soap opera. And at the beginning, Adam and Eve got together and whatever. No, you have this,
Exactly.
you don't want a
That
soap opera. I go ahead, Maria.
no, I was gonna say that that's key, you guys, is keep it simple, simple. And also, when you keep it simple, that's when they also realize they won't say it, but they realize this is simple.
That's right.
People
That's
want
right.
that. So keep it simple.
I love LinkedIn for that reason. You can do a lot of the same things in the other networks, but remember, like Maria said, the quality people here is really high because our
Hmm.
people mostly are professionals, business people, etc. An example is, let me move my screen because I can not see. You can even search for a specific, for example, you can put Mary Kay, okay? I'm gonna put Mary Kay, and it's gonna come everything about Mary Kay here. But it tell you all the people results you see that are Mary Kay. Why I say that? Well, just think about it. Now, you want to go with the people, and by the way, excuse me, and then you start connecting. Oh, I would love to connect with you. I know you are a people person. This is what I found. I know you are a people's person because if it's a Mary Kay and it's posting here, that person is a people's person and it's a business person too. But you say, I didn't say business person. I know you are a people person. And let me tell you what I'm doing. I would love to partner with you because you are on LinkedIn and I am LinkedIn too. This is an example. And by the way, you click here and you're going to have way more results. It's just giving me a few. Oh, wait, some of their name is Mary Kay. That's going to happen. And then what you do is people that are Mary Kay. Oh, they're American independent. And then guess what? Ta-da! Become more specific. All these are people that are American. You see, American independent consultant, American independent consultant, etc. That's not cool. And by the way, say first, second, or third place. What does it mean? First, as people are connected directly with you. Second is people that are under them. That's interesting. People are connecting. It's like a network marketing line
It is,
that you have
yeah.
a LinkedIn. Third is people that are third or about. They are third generations separate of you. And you say, you know what? I like just face to face. Well, let's put Kansas City.
Yeah, you
Kansas
can
City.
zoom in on the location
Yeah.
of the person or type of people that you're looking for.
And look, you have people in Kansas City and surrounding areas. You can connect with people. Let's meet for a coffee place in a coffee. If you say, oh, I don't like to talk online, you can even connect the people in your local area. All these are Kansas City or surrounding areas of Kansas City. And by the way, I have a bunch of people that are American in that area. There are 10 pages. 10 pages.
And it says next too. So
Just in Kansas City, I'm going to buy a Yeah, next. Yeah, we don't know how many pages. Wait, let's see. If I click here, it's thinking.
And also it's worldwide.
Yes, probably. It's going 10. Let me go 10 and let's see. Oh, yeah, keep adding pages. Look, 11. Yeah, now I'm just covering here the Kansas City and around, but like Maria said, it's worldwide. Doesn't matter. You can put Miami. You can
Mhm.
Fort Lauderdale. You can put Massapequa, Montana. That probably is a small group there. But
I met I met a director, remember Arlene, a Mary Kay director from the Philippines from the Philippines, lives in the Philippines, super like, oh my goodness, I want to do this. This is great, blah, blah, blah. Yep. Philippines.
But you see, for people that say, I don't know everybody, ta-da! Now, LinkedIn is the easiest way to find people in your local area than any other one, than Instagram or Facebook that are the most popular. But again, remember, you are getting professional people. And it's why I love LinkedIn on this end. And by the way, you can message them. You can actually, if you want to know more about the person, you can copy one of these names, for example, Carol McCrory, and go to Facebook to find out what they like and the post, because then you know about the person. Here you're finding about the professional side. When you enter this person in Facebook, and most people have an account that has an account in LinkedIn, they also have Facebook. Not everybody, but then you find out more about who's the person, who was posting. And if that would be a person that you would like to talk. You are a professional recruiter. You're a promoter too, but you are a professional recruiter. You are finding for those partners. You are looking for those 10 people that are going to be on your board of director. And here there are at least 11 pages, probably more than that. Let me see. Oh, holy cow. 15 pages, and each page has, I think, 150. This is only Kansas City area and the surroundings area. Oh, I just moved to Kansas City. I don't know anybody. Ta-tang!
I was doing a search with California. California, we know is big. There were hundreds
Yes.
of
And
pages.
by the way, this is the city. That's not even the state. The state, because you see Kansas City metropolitan area, but you went to California, Irvine, Irvine. Irvine, California. I'm going to erase first Kansas City because if not, it's going to come everything. Goodbye. Irvine, California. Just the Irvine area. Ta-da! Look at that. Let me see. Well, there are not as many people. Wow, it's interesting. Irvine has less people than Kansas City, but there are people there too.
No, but I think it opens up. I think after two, it will open up to more pages. That's what I think happens.
I don't know in this one because we have
It
five. You
might.
see, no, it's done.
Oh, interesting. Okay, I
Yeah,
don't know
because
why.
it shows 10. But however, you can go to Los Angeles, California. You can go to San Diego, California. This is probably because California is so big. Because Irvine is as a metropolitan area, it's smaller than Kansas City. We have to remember that. As Dallas Fort Worth, hey, okay, we know a lot of people here that are in Dallas. You see, again, it's a huge list
Huge.
because it's a bigger metropolitan area than Irvine, California, too. But look at that. And again, you're connecting with them. Oh, you're a people person. I would love to connect with you. You see, you don't have to have if the person start asking you questions, guess what? There's something called the Tree app. Send information from there. All the info is there. And invite them to a Zoom. This is another cool thing. Almost everybody that is in LinkedIn, they know how to work at Zoom because they do it for job, business, etc. You're going to have more educated people on the business side. I mean, you can find it also on Facebook, but you have to be a little more specific because you have everything there. You have teenagers all the way to 150-year-old people that still trying to press buttons, and they are just playing, and you don't know who is the real person. There are, in Facebook, there are millions of fake profiles, people that really
Yes.
doesn't exist. Here is rare that you find a fake person. The same, by the way, Instagram, but here
Yes,
is
even
rare.
more. Hmm.
That's right. That's why in LinkedIn is more professional, and that's it. I'm not saying to abandon the rest because in Facebook, remember we talked about lives yesterday. Lives put the algorithm very high, and look what is happening with Holly Rausch. She sponsored 61 people, and 50 came from Facebook Lives. Of course, like she said, most of them are customers, are not going to build the business, but you never know. You never know. Again, be everywhere. And doesn't take you as much time to do this, by the way. And for people that say I have only like 30 minutes a day or an hour, but I have to divide it in 50 minutes, you can 50 minutes you can do this that I just show you.
You guys, I get my 15 to 20 leads. I've counted it before. I get that in a matter of 6 to 7 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
6 to 7 minutes. Yes.
Now, I don't want to
Not
put
that I'm
more
sending,
info
Lynn, I know you made a face, but it's not that I'm sending the message, but I'm connecting, like I'm reaching out.
connecting.
And then I'm right. I know. Lynn
Yeah.
was like, what? How do you do that?
Yeah. You see, just what I told you this morning on the Mary Kay, oh, Mary Kay, not Mary Kay, I mean, on LinkedIn, I put Mary Kay as an example. There's no any excuse not to connect with people. You already have the normal people, the one that you have in your list. Don't forget that you still make your list of people because you say, oh, I don't want to talk to anybody that I know. And then one day you find out that your next door neighbor not only sign up, but sign up 20 people because you didn't talk to her or to him. Ah, does it happen? Wow. I was in my first company. I was so excited. I brought my I have made my list. And some people that were in the list, I was scared to talk to them because they were so successful and I raised them, a few of them. I went to a meeting in Naples, Florida, and I took like 6 people with me. I was so excited. I was sitting in the back of the room, and suddenly this guy that I know walked in. And I was early because I was driving from far away. I went for an about 45 minutes or so. I wanted to make sure there was not too many people in the room. And when I saw the guy, he was one of my list people. And then when I saw him, hi, how are you? The reason I was scared because he developed three street malls everywhere, and he was very wealthy. And what happened? You cannot hear me? Can you hear me?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
There's no
Okay, Christine
sound.
said, oh, Christine said that no
Yeah.
sound, but it,
Yeah.
No,
No,
we
no.
can hear
Oh, we
you.
I
can
can hear
hear
him.
him.
We can
oh,
hear everything.
Oh, well,
oh,
then maybe
okay.
it's my internet connection. Sorry.
It might be your
Oh,
Sorry.
okay.
internet.
Okay, yeah, but that's okay. Anyway, this guy developed street malls, very wealthy. He drive a very expensive Mercedes. His wife drive expensive Mercedes. He invited me to speak in his church one time because he saw one of the things that I spoke in one church. He loved it, and he brought me into his church, etc. But I was afraid to talk to him, and I erased him from my list. He happened to be there. And then the first thing that I say, what are you doing here? Of course, in my mind, I know what he was doing there. And he said, oh, yeah, I'm excited. I just joined Blank, the company. And then I said, yeah, when did you join? Yesterday?
Oh,
But
oh,
no,
oh.
this is not what scared me. The guy was going back and forth and he was putting stuff. He has 3 rows of people. And he became one of the fastest blue diamonds in that company.
Uh-huh. Uh-huh. So true. Your chicken list, the people you're afraid to are the ones that produce most.
Yep.
Yeah. And I was sitting in the back with 5 people, and he has like 3 rows, like 30 or 40 people.
Uh-huh.
And I
Because you're
say,
afraid.
shoot, I learned my lesson.
Yeah.
It's why you never know. Very important. It's why the be everywhere is important. And this is probably the biggest example. In the company we were before, one of the millionaires, he didn't want to talk to his family because some of them kind of make fun of him. That was in network marketing, but eventually he became $1 million income earner, one of the top 10 people in that company, or maybe top 20. And one day he got a call. This person trying to sponsor him into that company, but he was already a millionaire. That person was his mom. He never told his mom.
Uh-huh.
And you see, it can happen even with your own family. But mom, you always make fun of me. Yeah, but you never told me about this.
Mhm. Well, this has been so great, George. I know we're coming up to the top of the hour. This is any questions for George? I think that this is kind of an opening to use your LinkedIn, be everywhere, warm chatter, use your list, use your Facebook. But LinkedIn has professional people, as you heard Maria say that she's recruited half of her people out of LinkedIn. So you just it doesn't take a lot of time. It's the pockets of your time. Start going and search and find and reach out, you know.
And
And
also, I want to say, and some of my LinkedIn people are right here on the call. They are the ones that have been the most productive. It's pretty
uh-huh.
amazing. They're
That's right.
working it. Mm-hmm.
They're
By the
more
way,
business oriented. Mhm.
interesting. This post, Kenyon Powell just have a screenshot. He was talking to one of his friends, relative. I think it's a relative, correct? Yeah, one of his relatives. And then he talked about GLP. He said, I'm good, thanks anywhere. He signed up. And the first response was, I think I'm good, thanks anyway.
It's okay. All right. So Kenya was talking about the GLP, and he said, "I think I'm okay." But then, are you saying that Kenya kept posting, and then his friend said, "Oh," and now he signed up? Is that what you
Yeah,
said?
actually, what he did, he looked at the link of the thing from the app because he still sent the link, and the people said, "Well, I think I would like to check your natural GLP." After he said, "Thank you anyway." Send the information. Say, "Okay, I'm sending you the link anyway. Don't take no for answer. Let me send you the link. It's a doctor talking about that. If you can get around to watch the video, just do it."
Oh, that's very good. Everybody catch that? Even though they say, "Oh, it looks good, thank you, thumbs up," or whatever, send them Dr. Dan's link. What have you
Yeah.
got to lose? I think that's a great idea.
Yeah,
That
you never
happened. That
quit in
happened.
anybody.
Yeah. No, that happened to me. And actually this was out of Facebook. This wasn't LinkedIn, but I was like posting like the results, blah, blah, blah. And then a friend said, "Oh, wow, I was on a GLP and I've had a bad experience and maybe I should try this." Everything was going great. And then I was like, "Yeah," I sent her the information. She goes, "You know what? I might hold off. I'm going to talk to my doctor." And I said, "Yes, absolutely. Speak to your doctor, no problem." And just this morning she said, "You know what? I spoke to my doctor. I'm going to do it." So
Uh-huh.
it's like don't what I guess like what we were saying, like just keep posting, keep because the thing is, if I would have been like, "Oh, okay," and stop posting, I know the fact that she kept seeing, because I noticed that she kept looking at my stories, even though she had said, "I think I'm good for now, but I'm going to speak to my doctor." I know the fact that I kept showing up and posting about our GLP, that she was like, "Oh, wait a minute," like she made
Yeah.
that extra effort to, for sure, talk to the doctor, and for sure now she's doing it.
And before I bring Kenny on, one of the things that happened too, people that they tell you they're not interested, but you send some link in your app and you keep seeing your friend, whatever, is looking at the video, is looking at the PDF, but the person say no. But eventually that person is going to ask you. They're curious. That's why the app is so important. You know when the people are looking at the information again and again and again and again, even if they say no. Kenyon, I know you have a comment about what you just wrote on the right on
So
the chat.
I had a cousin, and I was sending mass messages out because I was so excited on the right after we got back from Dallas. And I sent it to her, and I just send it, and I send it to all my family. I'm sending it to everybody, just sending it out, just get responses. And she said, "Well, thanks, but I'm not interested." I kept posting, and she texted me out of the blues on Tuesday. "Hi, Kenyon, I'd like to look at your GLP." And she was going to call me yesterday, but it was her mom's 91st birthday, my aunt's. She called me last night and I signed her up. I just talked to her for a minute. I want to try it. And she's already talking about her husband, her son-in-law, her daughter about doing the product. I want to try the product. And she did doTERRA. She does doTERRA, but she doesn't do nothing with it. She says, "This one, I think I can, I don't want to do the shots. This is something I can do." So guys, put it out there.
Good for you, Kenyon. Great example.
How much weight do you lose so far, Kenyon?
It keeps going down another pound from yesterday.
How many
Uh,
total?
I'm right at
20 some
16.
pounds. What, weren't you 20 pounds or something?
No, 16.
16, but 16 is good.
Oh
16
yeah,
is
it's
good.
not been a month. It hasn't been a month.
And something else I was going to say. 3 times he has done the 2 point times two.
Excellent. Excellent.
This is,
Good for you,
I
Kenyon.
mean, it's amazing. It's amazing. And this after, before that, he was not doing emotions that he was sponsoring some people after convention. Business exploded. That's why he's anyway. Thank you very much. But I don't know. Oh, any questions? Yeah, I open it to any questions.
One more thing. We had George here,
Yes.
and we've had almost 100% sign up, but the people that haven't signed up are looking into it very seriously. We signed up 3 people yesterday alone in my team.
Whoa.
So,
See,
guys,
yeah,
it's happening.
yeah. So if you're not signing up people, so you got to look at what you're doing or what you're saying, or you're not posting, or Are your people, are they not the right people? I don't know, but you just keep posting, posting, posting because it's the new and the few that get it. So, okay.
Oh, George,
Um,
can you show the LinkedIn thing where remember you were on my LinkedIn and I was like, I don't have that many people on LinkedIn. And then you clicked. And remember, do you remember that, George? You showed that I had like thousands of people. Wait, is George frozen?
yeah, it looks like he's frozen.
Oh, well,
Uh,
anyway, since he's
well,
frozen, but if
maybe
you
he can
think
do that. I
you
was
don't
gonna,
have it, he can show it later, but
yeah.
like you're
All right.
connected to thousands of people that you probably don't know.
Yeah, why don't we have George, maybe Monday morning, George, I'm gonna have you back on. Oh, he fell off. It must be his internet. I'll talk to him to come back and to show that how you can connect. You may have only 2 or 3 people you know, but he'll show you how to connect to thousands and hundreds of thousands of people, new people that you can meet just by certain clicks. So, all right. Well, everyone have a great day. Remember, we have tomorrow, we have the onboarding at 9 Central for new people. Or if you've been in for a while, get back on. Ashley's amazing. It's a refresher. We have 3 events tomorrow afternoon. I'm available. We're finishing up 3 stars. Everybody going 3 stars, 3-star pro, and 4-star, 3-star elite. We're all going for it. Okay. Thank you and have a very, very happy Friday. I am here for you. Thank you, Maria and George, for all your great insight.